Hello.
Hello, what's going on, man?
Welcome, welcome.
It's been a while. It's been a week, hasn't it?
It's been a week.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh man. Good news though. Well, hopefully when I looked last looked, we got a little bit of rain today, but the pool is back. The pool is back in full, full blue glory, not brown or anything like that. It's fully back in operation. So that's
Full
good.
effect. Good time for it, right? Summertime. I'm sure it's hot, equally hot over there as it is over here.
It is, but the bad thing is so it's pretty much by yesterday it was pretty much back, back looking clearer. I've run the pump for like last couple of days. But now Monday and Tuesday when I could use it, now it's like been rainy. It's been kind of just bad weather. So I'm like, oh, really? It's like, oh man, it's like I really want to just jump in there, but it's like weather's been kind of terrible. But it's supposed to be sunny and back to 100 degrees by tomorrow and
Nice.
the rest of the week. So, but
John, real quick, did you want to talk about maybe what we were talking about earlier, just with Instagram and the chat, and just kind of like address that and just kind of say, we're going to do our best to try to get to the Instagram chat.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, no problem. As everyone knows, we're due. We're on YouTube live, and then also we broadcast on Instagram. It's a cool little function that you can do with StreamYard that we use. Only bad thing is it's always it's hard to kind of bounce back and forth with the chats with YouTube chats and then also Instagram chats. So we do our best to kind of balance both, respond to people in our chats. It's a little bit easier with YouTube because we can see the chats come in StreamYard, and we can kind of highlight those and bring them up. With Instagram, I have to go to a different window and pull it up on my screen. So it's always, yeah, it's kind of a balancing act. But we are doing our best to make sure that if anybody has questions or comments, we want us to talk about or just bring up. I mean, yeah, we try and do the best that we can with this.
We're not ignoring you, Instagram people. We love you. We appreciate
Yep.
you. It's just hard.
Yep. Absolutely. Yeah. So, but yeah, really, I think he's gonna be joining us at our fearless leader is gonna be joining us a little bit later tonight. But I think to start off, what we normally do, what we started doing is showcasing our feature photographer. So this week's feature photographer is Jedi_Jack 2019. I actually met Jack also through one of the collabs I'm in. I'm in the myth and fantasy collab with a lot of
Mhm.
other great photographers, and he does amazing stuff. And he's also somebody that I've also kind of through our DMs and everything, maybe another dial maker, somebody I'm trying to make like another connection with, because that's what's so cool about this community is like you can meet these people and then like they're willing to help you out. Like, hey, it's like saw you made a great dio for in your pictures. Where'd you get it? Oh, I made it. Oh, okay. So, hey,
Yeah.
I can make you one too if you want. Like, yeah, absolutely. That's awesome. Yeah, it's like, I mean, because it's always for me, it's kind of hard. I don't want to just ask, it's always hard to kind of ask those questions, or even I don't want to be insulting to somebody, say, hey, how much do you think it's going to be, or this, that. But it's when you already have that friendship, where you already have that communication through like in a collab, and you're already talking with somebody, and then you can kind of, off to the side, kind of like, hey, so what's
Yeah.
what's
Yeah.
going on with this? And
It's a good
yeah,
social lubricant. What's up, Oz?
exactly. Yeah.
What's up?
Hey,
What's up, Johns? Blitz, thanks for coming.
hey, Oz. So let me pull him up. Oh, hey, Kenyon Rozak, what's going on, man?
Yeah.
So let me bring up his page real quick. And it's I still have you as my main DAO guy though, Chris. I mean, don't get offended.
No,
But I know you got a lot on your plate, so I'm just trying
for
not to
sure.
make you feel overwhelmed. But yeah, I think I'm looking at a space, kind of like a little space interior that he's gonna do for me. So, but yeah, Jedi_Jack 2019. Great photographer. And again, he is our featured member, or featured guest. We do have a featured member for the month, but yeah, this for our featured photographer for the week, it is Jack. And again, if you want to get featured, use our hashtag GeekedOutClick, and then also tag us in your post, because with the hashtag, it's hit or miss. I think the last couple, I think over the weekend, I think all my stuff was being dropped, but then like today, I think yesterday, I think most of my stuff was made it into the hashtag. So
Yeah, remember you could new hashtag, you could filter for new and then just see what the newest hashtag was. It was so much easier. KJ, thanks for coming. Plastic, thanks for coming. And Johnny, thanks, man. We hope you're having a good day as well.
Mr. Chai check. What's up, man?
What's up?
So yeah, let's look at some of his
Into it.
photos. Let's see. I think this was for the collab. Man, I'm telling you, I think these are I want to say that's Conan, but I think it's some custom work on there. I do want to get some custom work done on my Conan.
That's Conan with some Death Dealer parts on it, like the harness top part.
The
That's
harness, yeah.
Death Dealer, yeah.
I've seen some where he has like gold armor, and it's like, oh my gosh, like how the heck did y'all do? How did you do that? That's like, I gotta find the picture because that is freaking amazing. But I think these are Savage Crucible, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, man, if I'm going to Joe Fest and they will be out there, so let me know if there's anything I need to be on the lookout for.
Yeah.
I may get some Savage Crucible. I haven't decided yet. I mean, for the lizard creatures like these, I mean, they look amazing. I've yet to hold one in my hand, so
I wish they
they're
had a little bit bigger.
A little bit bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. But the human warriors, I don't think they've come out yet, but they have a Conan S1. I guess it's a Frazetta inspired barbarian. So that one I may pick up. So
yeah.
And then I was saying, do get you some. Yeah, I mean, I might.
Real quick before we get into this, Toy Art was just saying that Jedi Jack will give you Fire Dio. He said he knows from experience. So another person vouching for Jedi. As far as this photo goes, I love that kind of triangle composition. You got like Conan sort of down at the bottom. The rocks and the positioning of all the figures are kind of leading up into sort of like that power triangle. So it's a really cool, strong composition.
Oh yeah, definitely. I wonder. Yeah. So yeah, really, really good shot here. I like the little skulls here on the bottom, and just the accessories kind of fill in the frame.
Yeah, in the background.
Great shot. Yep. Oh man, Godzilla. I think this is the Haya toys, or
I don't see it in any of the hashtags or anything.
Oh, so I'm definitely grabbing ball and chain word from Next Wave. Yep. That's the one I was looking at. As part of a Mutu or a Kaiju collab. Yeah, good shot.
Yeah, I like the buildings and stuff in the background.
Not sure if that's a digital background, but yeah, definitely, meshes well with the rest of the photo.
The buildings are tangible for sure because the same lighting is on Godzilla on the buildings, but the background, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, and with his dial skills, yeah, I'm sure he probably made those himself. Let's see, next one. Ooh, I think this is Savage Crucible too.
Those proportionately look better to me. I feel like the head is less small because it's got the armor on. It makes a little bit more sense. But yeah, a lot going on. I kind of like all the movement and stuff.
I think, yeah, it's got to be a mythic gladiator, and I think that's another one there too. Or I think that's it's one of the barbarian figures for mythic.
Yeah,
but great shot. Awesome. Oh man, yeah, this one is. He's which wave was he in? Crap,
he was in Foxus, wasn't he?
Foxus. That's one. Yeah.
Let me see.
Oh, so you really want to get a Godzilla figure?
Yeah, correct us if we're wrong, chat. But I think he was in Foxus. But yeah, he was one of the kind of larger figures.
Kind of like a genie inspired. That's mostly what I've seen with a lot of the photography.
Yeah, very cool. I like the colors. Did he come with that lamp?
Again, I don't know. I think a lot. Again, people have taken inspiration from from him being a genie, I guess. And I don't know if he came with it or not. I've been on the fence picking this guy up. But yeah, man, I think the effects, the atmosphere just really works well with this figure.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Oz. Yeah, he says he does come with the lamp.
Does come with the lamp, and it was Poxus. Okay. Yeah, that one is temp. That's one that I feel like if I saw in person, I might pick
You
up.
would just get it. Yep.
I didn't end up pulling the trigger. I got so many brute size figures at this point. I'm very particular about which ones I pick up.
How big? So like brute size. I don't have any of them, but like I guess from a scales, I mean, is he pretty big?
I mean, maybe like yay big. I know
Oh
that's kind of
wow.
hard to tell, but like here's my cell phone. I would say maybe like that big.
Wow.
So yeah, they're pretty tall, and like for example, the one that they came out with in the Necronomicus one, the one with the armor on, I think that's going to be a little bit taller than the armor.
But yeah,
What's
great
up, buddy?
shot.
Uh,
Ooh, Moon Knight.
oh yeah, that's a great photo. Awesome lighting. It looks like if that is the Marvel Legend, he made it look like such a really detailed figure, like beyond Marvel Legends. John's Toy Cave says, I wish they would make a. Oh yeah, he was talking about that Godzilla earlier. Yeah, moving Godzilla like they did the Transformers figures. That would be very.
Yep. Man, it's like I mean, I don't think a lot of people do enough close-up shots. I mean, I think they usually work pretty well. I like doing them. I mean, they're a little bit more simpler, but you can get a lot more of the detail in and kind of get more of the figure, especially if it's a good looking one. Even if it isn't, I mean, you can make them really pop with your lighting and atmosphere.
For sure. I should do more portraits.
John Toys Cave says, "Are you guys planning to go to NYCC this year?" I'm not, but I think KT is. I think he's going to be going to at least. I think he said he was, but
Yeah.
we can reconfirm when he gets on. But I think so. I mean, it's his neck of the woods, so it's not that far from Jersey.
Yeah, our big trip is Legions Con this year. So if any of you guys are going out to Legions Con, you can link with us out there. Come say hi.
Kenyon said, "Wow, that Moon Knight scales it looks like." Yeah, exactly. Once I
Yeah,
mean, you can with the close up shot, you can make them look like 1/6. I mean, or bigger than life, and that's what's that's what I like about close up shots. Oh, that's a nice one. Just a kind of a comic-y kind of style.
Yeah. I feel like not a lot of people use like crazy illustrations like that sort of for background, so it's different.
Yeah, kind of a little fun shot. Okay, so yeah, it's just a Spider-Man collab. That's the Garfield. I think it's like I got one Spider-Man, and that was the No Way Home final suit Tom Holland one, and it's like that's good enough. It's like I get it, but then I take a few shots, but then it's kind of like I'm kind of done at that point. Like I haven't taken him out since a few shots of him. So
Yeah. I don't know. I don't like movie figures because I always associate that figure with that character or actor, and then in a couple years, I get bored with it. Plans till I know I make it.
for NYC, yeah, it's kind of. Is it as big as San Diego Comic Con, or is it kind of like
Sure,
I've never been to either one, but I know San Diego Comic Con is like that's just like, don't you have to get invited or something like that? Where you have to be, it's like kind of crazy huge is what I've heard. So I can only imagine NYCC kind of being as big as well. Was it the first? Was it the original, or was San Diego Comic Con the first one? Maybe somebody in the chat can confirm that, but I can't remember which one came first. I want to say it was San Diego, but it could have been New York.
I feel like it was San Diego, but yeah, who knows, right? Well, somebody in the chat probably knows. I like the over the head lighting. Very cool. Nice.
Now, is it really going to be summer 2025? I guess we need KT on there because he gets all the scoops as far as the film and television.
Sure.
But yeah, great shot of this. And again, Marvel Legends. I mean, it is what it is with them. But yeah, he makes it really pop. Um, yeah, and again, I'm sure KT would have a lot to say as far as like Daredevil Born Again. The funny thing is, I have never finished whatever the original Daredevil. I think I got through season 1 and 2, and then I kind of just I don't know why I just I didn't finish any of it out. I think I got through Jessica Jones and Iron Fist. I want to say, or I think Iron Fist is the one that I
Fell
kind
off.
of
Yeah.
was tapping out. Yeah, I kind of fell off, and then I never got back in. But
I think that was most.
Daredevil, I liked.
I think that was most viewers' experience. Where like Daredevil was great. I really enjoyed Daredevil, and then Jessica Jones was also surprisingly really good.
Mhm.
Like that, that was. And then Iron Fist came out, and then what was the other one after that? Oh, Luke Cage came
Luke
out, and then
Cage.
they did the
Yeah,
Defenders, and the Defenders was just a mess of a show. Like it
it
was
was.
pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
Man. And see, that's what I mean. I mean, doing a concept like that, having a TV show, having, um, you know, like separate TV shows, but then eventually, just like the films, then you can, do a wraparound movie including everybody. And it's like that should have worked. I mean, that should have been easy money, easy, easy shot to do.
Mhm.
But from what I heard from you and then a buddy at work who's a big Marvel fan and kind of follows everything, yeah, he said it was a big mess, and he was kind of like, um, just really, really disappointed. He really wanted to be successful, and it's like, nope.
Yeah, I think that's what my buddy's custom was saying. He was also kind of bummed. I think a lot of people felt that way. And then John Toys Cave, if you are interested in being featured, hey man, just use the hashtag.
Yep. Hashtag geeked out click, and also tag us because yeah,
Yeah,
Instagram can be funny with the hashtags.
yeah, for sure.
I'll say as I really enjoyed the shows because it was great street stuff. Yeah,
Cool.
I mean that's and again it was more or less like the people on the ground level, right? It wasn't like gods and like superpower beings. It was pretty much just people like just in your borough, just taking out the trash, taking
Mhm.
out crime, and kind of just at street level, trying to do good. But yeah, just again, Daredevil 1 and 2, and then the introduction of Punisher. I mean, it was
Oh,
great, but
Punisher.
then
Yeah, Punisher was pretty good too.
I never saw that. It got too like I felt like I needed to watch all the series, and again with Iron Fist and even Luke Cage, I felt like I don't.
Yeah,
Can I just focus on Daredevil, please, and Jessica Jones, and that'll be good? Do I need to
yeah,
watch
yeah.
all this other stuff?
Just watch Punisher, dude. Just watch that one, and then
But
you'll
see,
be
the thing is,
caught
do
up.
I need to go back and rewatch season 2 to kind of get caught, to get caught up on season 1 of the Punisher? That's the
No,
ordeal.
it's like as long as you know Matt Murdock is a lawyer, then you should be good.
Yeah, that's what I've heard too. Yeah, it was kind of that should have been a 'cause I think they were called Heroes for Hire in the actual comics. I think because they were actual team in the comic series.
Mhm.
Let's see here. Oh, Savage Crucible again.
Nice.
Nice, nice, nice. Wonder if that's skull. See, like just the little hints of effects for here is always nice, but great soft lighting, little underlight here.
Yeah. He's got the orange coming from sort of like the bottom right, and then
Hmm.
the blue kind of coming from the top.
Yep.
And the angle's kind of fun too. I like that kind of downward sort of angle.
Hmm. Yeah, it kind of makes them again. It just make them kind of feel more imposing, looking from above. And then John's Toy Cave says, "Will do also. Do you guys prefer taking photos of figures in a diorama, or do you like posing them in real life backgrounds?" I I mostly use dios. I don't. I mean, I haven't. I rarely shoot like outdoors or even like in real life settings. I guess you can say I've mostly done just working with dios or with digital backgrounds. That's pretty much my my style.
Yeah, mostly the same. I mean, I do every once in a while like to get outside and take a shot if I have the time, but usually, I work during the day, and so when I come home, it's already kind of I've lost the light, and so here in the space I have at my house, I can control the light better, and I just kind of have more influence maybe over the shot than I do outside. So
Mhm.
that's just personally what I do. But man, there's people all kinds of stuff and that really kill it doing those outside shots.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, and if that's what you love doing, I mean, and
Mhm.
I've seen so many people that can, like, I mean, Sir Dork. I mean, that's pretty much
Yeah,
what he does. He
yeah.
does outdoors shots with effects, no less. But yeah, I mean, for me, it's just like today, it's like if I set up my shot and then I go to edit it, and then it's like, oh crap, I should have done this or I should have done that. It's still set up, so I
Mhm.
can just go run up there real quick and change it. So that's the kind of benefit for me, is that yeah, it's don't have to deal with the elements or have to deal with packing your stuff up or anything like that. If or even if you want to, you can quickly go back and reset everything, and or retake the shot. So
Yeah.
oh, that's a nice Ghidorah shot.
Ghidorah. See a
Cool
couple of
shot here.
those buildings, I think, from that other Godzilla shot.
Yeah, down here.
Nice.
Again, just makes it, just adds some depth. You gotta probably either some sort of backdrop here, either digital or um, a photo or something. And yeah, it just really, captures the scene.
Oh, Jack is here in the chat. Jack, those buildings we were talking
Mhm.
about them earlier. Did you construct those yourself? Did you purchase those? They're really perfect for like Godzilla kaiju shots.
Yeah, these on the bottom here. Yeah, these look amazing. Because I think KT was looking for
Hmm.
um he's looking for some kaiju style, or like kind of buildings in that kaiju's could kind of run amok in, I guess.
Yeah,
And then I want a Godzilla the size of Megazord or Voltron figure to do some really cool pictures.
that'd be fun. Sentinel-sized Godzilla. Whew,
Whew. Okay, Jack says there's a digital backdrop and 3D printed buildings I painted up. Nice.
very cool.
Great shot. Oh, there he is with the Savage Crucible promo, I guess. Oh, it's a good shot. I mean, man, I can tell Jack loves the Savage Crucible, man, because it's like, I mean, he really makes these figures pop, man. I mean, nice angle, little blood effect right there. Again, just having piece of a physical dial and then a digital backdrop. I mean, again, makes this kind of all kind of put together, like the framing. Got this guy in the foreground here. So really good shot.
For sure. Yeah, it sells the figure really well. It's a cool pose. Nice lighting.
Hmm. Like the little eye light there he's got right there too. Yeah, just makes again. I mean, your focus kind of goes to that figure and to his face with that. I wonder. I mean, I don't know if they do or not as far as come with these blood effects, but if they did, that'd be cool. But it's probably maybe something from.
That might be
Uh,
some Nisco stuff.
yeah, we had to go with Mesco, man. It's like it could
Well,
be.
no, I feel like that might be either Death Dealer or that might have come with the
Okay.
Barbarian kit.
It's like KT's not here yet, man. You don't have to be all Mescoed up. I was gonna say, was it? I was gonna say super action stuff or super kind of
Could even,
those effects.
you're right. You're right. I'm jumping to Mezco, and it could be other things.
But you're right though. He said Jack did say the blood effect is from Mesco Death Dealer.
What?
Dial
Yeah.
pieces
What
to
I
me.
say? I'm only wrong about capes.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Toddy Mac stuff. Toddy Mac. I'm sure we'll
Probably
get
not
into it
capes.
when KT gets on. Oh man, that's a good shot. Love the lighting effects.
Yep.
And man, trying to remember which way did he come out in? It was a
This was also Pox.
Poxus.
Yes.
I wonder why I haven't picked him up yet. One cool thing would do. I mean, for me, my style would be I would probably get these to kind of glow a little bit. That's just kind of like something that
Yeah.
I automatically just do, just because I don't know. I like glow effects, man. That's just me. I just like to make things glow. I think I watched the growing up. I would just watch The Last Dragon too many times. That's probably why. I got that song on my head, The Glow.
Yeah. I mean, like he did a really good job making the staff glow, like up on the top.
Oh yeah, no. It's a great shot, great shot. It's just the way when I look, as far as like I've seen a lot of people with this figure,
Mhm.
and it's like he looks amazing. I mean, just incredible. and I like how like the lighting too here. You kind of get that little sense of it here.
Yeah, and on the
Kind of
chest too. Like I feel like on the chest, the green is
yep.
really popping as well.
And then like yeah, just a little just a little light that he has coming in from right there. And then I believe he has UV UV reacted. Kenya said, "Who is the master?" Yep, yep. He gets it. The glow. I just like to make my things glow. That's just my deal. And then oh, Jack said I was in a rush to get the shot and was just doing the simple lighting. I mean, it's good. I mean,
Oh, great.
it's really great lighting, and wanted to get some glow in the stick. Yeah, and it's crazy. Yeah, when you especially that's one good thing I learned when you do collabs and stuff like that, and you really want to join in and be a part of it. It's kind of like, I mean, I know I've been in a rush sometimes, and people say, "Oh, it's a great shot." Like, yeah, but I could have done this and could have done that. Like, no, it was a good shot. It's a good shot.
Yeah.
Again,
You're your own
that,
worst critic, you know?
oh, absolutely, yeah, definitely, definitely, always the worst. Oh, see, that's nice. Come on, now that's a pretty big head right there, Chris. I mean, that right there, that's man. These things. I mean, to me, these are like really fodder for Conan to smash. I mean,
Yeah.
I see these, I just like, especially the way Jack just. I mean, again, frames it up and just you know, when I was selecting the showcase and I came around Jack's profile and I was just like, man, you know, I, I really want to get some Savage Crucible now. I mean,
Mhm.
it's really getting me to really try and go all in on these guys. But again, I mean, to have these, I mean, even some mythic characters too. I mean, they could really mesh well. I mean, again, just really just battle fodder for your heroes, and that's what's kind
Yeah.
of.
They're kinda like, and I mean this in a good way, like, they're kinda like character tropes, like Lizard
Mhm.
Man, Water Man, you know? And so,
Yep.
like you're saying, they make really great, like, background fodder, fighting fodder kinda
Yep.
characters. And it
Almost
looks like
like
loaded with weapons. I mean,
oh
look
yeah.
at the weapons.
Like this one here, this is like a pretty cool weapon. I couldn't imagine like you got almost like a brass knuckle with spikes and then like the sword on the side on each end of blade. It's like, man, that's pretty crazy.
That's Kylo Ren's sword.
I want more Lemurians for just that purpose. John's like, yep.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one. I think it was one of the photos he sent me to feature on the page.
Yeah,
Good
swimmer.
action shot.
Mhm.
Good action with the the sewer tunnel in the background.
Mhm.
And see, I'm never good with stuff like this, man. I'm always amazed when people can get these, or when they plan the shot out. Like I know I've seen Rob do it, and as we can see here with Jack, I mean, get the little water effect, little splash effect. Like I just can't. My brain just can't really be that creative, I guess, and I just can't. If I done this shot, I probably wouldn't have gotten those splash effects down, perfectly like Jack has here.
Mhm.
Like just to get the point across. I probably wouldn't even try to even put them in. I would just like it would just been a you know, action pose like that, but without the effects. So, really, really good job on that.
And the pose is really on point. I love that arm kinda crossing over,
Hmm.
that, twist sort of in the middle section. It's really
Yeah,
cool.
because you never really want to go. And I was actually watching, I think it was last week with Toy Photography Talk, and they were talking about that, how they were just like, you don't want to go all the way. You don't want to make direct contact. You always kind of, sometimes it's better when you see like either like the after
Yes.
punch or the
Yeah.
before punch or something like
Mhm.
that. And I've seen other people talk about that as well when they're, you know, when they talk about posing or they're giving posing tutorials. Yeah, you just want to, that's the after effect. I mean, because again, he's already punched him and he's already back, so that's kind of like the snapshot that you want to capture. And a lot of
Mhm.
times in comics, that's kind of what's depicted as well. I mean,
Right,
this is really something out of the comic pages that
for
you would
sure.
see. So
Or
really, really
conversely, like the cock back for a punch, right? Like that
right,
moment
right.
right before or that moment right after.
Yep, yep. You the before or after, but when you're actually like punching them, it's kind of like, eh. And I'm actually bad about that because I've done that. I've
Mhm.
kind of, not saying it's right or wrong, but it's just like you get a better picture when you
Mhm.
can make when you can show either he's about to punch him or he just punched him. You see
Yeah,
the after effect. So
well
yeah,
said.
well executed on this picture too.
Mhm.
Oh, it's a actually I think that was okay. So I think this was maybe a this was actually fixture on Pickbar. So yeah, congratulations, man.
Cool.
So yeah, this was his feature photo on Pickbar, and then this is the actual one. And I wonder about that too because it looked a little bit. I was like, in my head, I'm thinking like it looked a little like kind of
Compressed.
uh compressed. Yeah,
Yeah.
low res. I'm like, what? Okay, it's like that's kind of weird. I didn't even see that at the top there, his banner. But yeah, that's the actual his original post. So cool, really good shot. Yeah, Daredevil with oh, I'm not even gonna try with the name. Dimitri
Belfagor.
Red Demetrios is gonna
Yeah, he's forever going to be known as Red Demetrios now. Belfagor.
but
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, cool little crossover shot.
Daredevil meeting the real devil.
Yep. Oh man, I can imagine again. It's always cool when you can kind of not have the dial be the, like just little pieces of it kind of sticking out. Like I imagine this is something that he created. So yeah, it's such a great shot. But every time I see this guy, I think of the demon from the movie Legend. Like
Oh
there you
yeah.
go.
Yeah, yeah. Tim
Tim
Curry.
Tim, Tim Curry, man. Probably the best representation. I mean, it's like, oh my gosh.
That was a sick costume. Like the costume design on that character is amazing.
Mhm.
To this day, I feel like it still holds up really well.
I forgot what he said. I think it was like it was a couple pounds. I mean, it was like it kind of made him a little bit sick from what I heard too, or what I read, and just kind of like it was just a pain to really wear that thing. So those horns were just like,
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Or imagine sitting down every day, literally for like 4 to 8 hours, having to put on all that makeup, and then you act
yep,
for whatever an hour or two, and then, geez,
yep, exactly. Yeah, man, I give it up to. Well, nowadays some of it's done with CGI, but man, back in the day, like I've
yeah.
seen documentaries on makeup and stuff like that, and how it would take like 8 hours. Like 8 hours. Like, what do you like?
Before
So you just
phones too, dude. So they weren't there on Instagram. They were like, like
Yeah, exactly. They're just sitting there. I mean, I know with the first Batman film with Jack Nicholson, and
mhm.
it took him like a couple hours to do that, and he was just basically because he was pretty much partying all night, or he was up all night. He would come into this trailer, and
Oh,
they start the makeup process, and he would just pass out. He would just be like just snoring and just like just out of it. It's like, well, that's one way of and
yeah.
Michael Keaton's like, well, that's one way of kind of getting through a makeup chore like that and trying to stand still for a couple hours. Oh man. Always a nice Vader, always good to see a nice Vader shot among some knights.
Yeah, yeah. Again, another really cool kind of bottom up perspective. I dig that.
Yep. And see, growing up, man, I always thought, even though, so for Star Wars, when you hear Jedi Knight, that's what I was actually thinking of. Like as a little kid, when you hear Obi-Wan tell Luke the story about the Jedi Knights and everything, I thought they were like actual knights. I always thought they were gonna be wearing armor and everything. And then
Mhm.
as time progresses, and we now see them in the cloaks and the tunics and all that stuff. But I remember as a little kid thinking like that's what they you know when they were Jedi Knights, they were wearing armors. They actually look like knights.
Yeah,
So
yeah. More like maybe Obi-Wan when he had the
stormtrooper.
stormtrooper outfit on,
Yep.
but with the cape at the same time. Like that's kind of, I guess, how I pictured Jedi Knights to look.
Yep, something like that. And I wish they had stuck with that. That was like really a cool look.
That'd have been
I don't, I
cool.
don't, thi- I don't think they've ever done that like in like actual live action, just in the CGI cartoon.
Yeah.
Hey, Brick, what's going on, man?
What's up, Brick?
Mr. Cobweb Collector's in the house too. What's up, man? But yeah, really, really good shot. Oh man, Savage Crucible again. I already got some people that some buddies that are actually again going to Joe, or I'm going to Joe Fest, so they reached out to me for some Savage Crucible items. So I think I'm only bringing like two pairs of clothes, and I'm bringing a big suitcase, so that'll make things a lot easier. So
Yeah.
um I'll probably just turn my shirts like inside out, so that they're the clean side. I can wear the clean side and stuff. So um because yeah, I know. Yeah, I wasn't planning on getting some stuff, but with the 4 Horsemen being out there, with Savage Crucible, AWOC, and Delta 17, and a whole bunch of other vendors. Super 7's gonna be out there. Yeah, I don't know. I may I may have to uh I may have to limit myself, which I didn't think I was gonna be getting a whole lot of stuff at Joe Fest, but now seeing these figures here, I mean, I may walk out with some
I
with
mean, with all those
some
retailers, you're bound to pick up something, you know.
yeah, but I was wondering because I'm worried about Legions, because Legions I may just go, I mean, just those 2 packs, because I mean those are big boxes, those exclusive 2 packs for day 1 and day 2.
Mhm.
I mean, just like the last year with Wall Tour, I mean they're going to be like giant boxes and stuff. So I mean, having to carry those around, I mean, I can imagine that's gonna be a pain, but I don't know. We'll see. The cool thing is I did get my TSA. I did get my TSA number, so I am TSA verified now. So
Oh,
no
nice.
longer have to take off my shoes. Brick says hi all. Closest they got to the night look in live action was during flashbacks with Ahsoka of Anakin. Oh yeah, that's right. They did
Mm,
have
right.
that.
Yep.
Actually, I really did like the show. I mean, it was a little. I kind of it did kind of days. I kind of dozed off. Not really dozed off, but I kind of just like lost track of what was going on a couple times, but then I kind of got back to it. But
Yeah.
oh,
Crucible. Repping the Crucible.
Yep. This will become like a Savage Crucible, like episode today, man.
Do we title the episodes? We should title this Savage Crucible.
I should, yeah. And see, the thing is, KT needs to get on here, man, because it's like when he comes on later, he's going to tell you why, and he's making a big deal about nothing. I don't know where he got that idea about me and like
Oh, is this what you
comic
guys
book.
talking about in the chat earlier?
Yeah.
Oh, interested to know. I missed that conversation.
He's blowing it. I don't even know where he's coming
What's up,
from with all
Killzone?
this. Hey, Dimitri, get you some, man. Get you some Savage Crucible.
Get
Come
you
on,
some.
Killzone. Hey, wake up, Jazz. What's up?
Hello.
But yeah, like the setup with shot. Really, really good. Oh, and we got some mythics. I do want to get this version of the I guess it was the Gerard or the which one was it? The he's got that head sculpt. I can't remember. I think well,
Sir,
yeah, I think y'all
Sir Gerard has that
Sir Gerard.
it's called, but it's I'm gonna say the name wrong. I want to say Capulus or something like that was I think what the original person who had it. Hold on. But yeah, it's a cool head sculpt. He used it really well in this photo.
Brick said, I end up with Slate, Como, and the Imperial Century from the Savage Crucible Kickstarter. Nice. Yeah, these guys. I forgot they do. I don't know if it was at Oz's Clubhouse or somebody had mentioned. I heard it somewhere where they said that they kind of they reminded of the turtles and Goombas. Or
The
maybe it was
Goombas from Mario. Yeah, that was us.
Was it with us? Like, yeah, I couldn't.
Yeah.
I heard that. I was like, where which live stream said that? Because that's kind of
a little bit bigger.
it
It was Scapular. Scapular was, I think, the first Legion to have that head. But yeah, dude, look at all the accessories they come with.
Yeah,
like shields, swords.
Again, I mean, complete. I tend to more with this than kind of goblins or ghouls or anything like that, or ogres. I mean, these are kind of like more in my wheelhouse as far as like villains or like army builders for bad guys, stuff like that. It's like I mean, I like more of the lizard people, snake people, I guess. That is skeletons. I mean, those are kind of like the two things that that kind of I pretty much gravitate towards with these kind of lines.
For sure.
Nope, another Spider-Man shot.
I knew that Spider-Man earlier was Yamaguchi.
It was.
Yeah, you could tell by like the way the sculpt looks. I'm pretty sure it's Yamaguchi. Gucci gang.
Nice shot. Oh, it's not bad. It's like, yeah, trying to, I guess, move, kind of like a movie poster, kind of, or maybe like a little promo. Not bad. Really good. Good. What's the word? I guess you would say composition, or really good setup with the how to get everything in. Because again, that's pretty much, I guess. Would that be from the actual TV show kind of title? No, that wasn't really from the TV show. I don't think. They might just be comic style. Oh man, here he is. Oh my gosh. Death Dealer. Oh shoot, here he is too. Both. See, man, freaking Mesco comes in. KT's got to come in. It's
like a genie.
Dude, that's
like,
so funny.
He heard Mesco, and like he's like, I'm in. It's like,
what's up?
It's like, I don't know anything about the Savage Crucible, man, but Savage Crucible, but man, with Mesco, I'm in.
But yeah, this is a perfect figure. It's really great.
It's an expensive figure though, man. That's the only bad thing. It's like,
I mean, now it is, but I don't know. Is it
when it first came out?
How much
I think
is
it's like $275 now. I think when it came out, it was $180.
Oh yeah. Did it come with a horse, or was it just him by himself?
No,
oh no, the other one was the one with the horse. But
yeah,
that's what we were saying though. It's like the other one with the horse, like 350, I think.
Yes.
And then this, he's kind of close to that realm though. I think he's close to like the 300s though. But
no, you can get one still for like 250-ish, give or take.
Well, I guess the argument being, if you're going to pay just for that much for one figure, but the 350 and you get a horse, maybe there's more, maybe the value's more in the 2-pack there. I guess, I don't know.
350 for a horse and a figure with shitty articulation. I mean, that's if that seems more appealing to you, by all means, go ahead.
Hey, but look at
170 for the horse. That'd be.
But look at Killzone, man. Killzone said he saw this for 500. They're smoking something good over there.
I'm going to say this in the chat right now. I've got a Death Dealer I've been sitting on for a minute, and if you pre-ordered the Dick Tracy Flathead box from Mezco, let me know, and I will trade you for the Death Dealer.
Oh shoot, man!
So I'm out because anybody pre-ordered that.
I did that, but I ain't getting rid of that trade. I'm waiting for it to come out. I mean, every day I'm just like, when am I going to get the notice? But this is such a gorgeous photo, man. It's like very Frazetta-esque, and I like that. I've been trying to get a background like this. I don't know if it's digital or just a backdrop he has, but man, this is like really, really nice. I like this. I like the purple, pink, orange, just the gradient tones that it has, and the little little orange light here. But really, really great shot. Really good photo. But yeah, that is Jedi Jack 2019.
Great stuff.
He is our featured photographer for the week.
Yeah.
So if you are not following, in fact, we are going to follow him right now. Give him a follow, and let him know that the click sent him or sent you there.
Definitely, yep. You want to holler at the new releases? Or you want to do recent pickups?
We do pickups.
Okay, I got nothing.
Who wants to go first?
I got nothing.
You got something, Chris?
I'll go first. All right, I'll go first. So first thing, to nobody's surprise, I got another Space Marine. So
man.
This one's unique weapon is the blaster. So he's got the plasma blaster. So that's cool. I haven't had one with the plasma blaster, but besides that, pretty much the same. Couple of hands, comes with the chain sword. Yeah. So fun, good stuff. Love it. But the real fun thing this week was actually
wow, you bought that.
I did. I know they suckered me into another Krieg, but this is the best of the Krieg so far. Mm-hmm. So so Olam Rook Mezco. For those of you guys that don't know, it's pretty much a Krieg body with some modifications. So these two arms, I believe, are from Hawk P40, and then the bottom portion is again the Krieg. They did switch up to a leather instead of kind of like that fabric that they had, and I really like actually the leather. I think it looks really good. I still get pretty good range from it, so I'm happy with that. Came with a soft goods cape, and this cape I also really enjoy too. It's like a really nice fabric material. The wiring is pretty stiff, so you can get some good stuff. So I do enjoy that. This is one of the alternate fists that it came with, so I switched it out. So right now he's just kind of got that blaster sword, but he's got a bunch of different options for hands. So we've seen this from like Atticus Doom. This is new right here, I believe. Some of this other stuff we've also seen from Atticus. All of his right hands are glow translucent green, and then all the left hands are just the standard Krieg hands. So overall, I do enjoy it. Some qualms I do have with it, though. I think for the 128 price tag, this is pretty much all the accessories that it came with. So it was a little scant accessories wise, like this and the cape. Yeah. And then also, I've said it before on the show, man. I personally enjoy the Krieg. I know the Krieg, weren't fan favorites, but they didn't fix the grip hand. Like, for those of you that don't know, the grip hand on the Kriegs is doo-doo. It's a doo-doo hand. It's just kind of like a C cup hand, and it does not hold pistols or any of that kind of stuff. And so, besides that, though, I really do enjoy the figure. I think it looks cool as hell. I love the I'll take so you guys can see the head is new. So I'll take that.
Is the sword supposed to be a little bent, a little curved?
No, I got to heat that up. That was my fault. I had it in a box.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you left it leaning. You left it leaning or something.
I left it leaning. Right? Plus, it's so hot here in Florida. I bet you, like on the way here, it probably bent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the head's real cool. I like the head a lot.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And then, cool. If you've read the comic, you know about the little dude in the back of his head.
Tell us for people who are not going to buy it. Tell us.
Yeah, so in the comic, they just kind of talk about. It's pretty much the same thing we saw in that original video when they announced him. The Krieg gets pulled into that warp dimension. They rip up his body. But what they didn't tell you in the comic is that the character is actually like. His whole body is sort of like a host for this parasite, and the parasite is actually the guy who's controlling it.
Oh, cool! Yeah. So like a crane, whatever.
Crane.
Yeah, like crane type of thing.
Yeah, type of thing. That's cool, man. I definitely like the alternate head. It's a lot better than their original one, right? Than their default. Like
what you call it,
reboot, Asian,
reboot, yeah,
Asian weird. You know what I'm saying with the. Didn't like it. Not a fan.
Yeah, so that's me. That's what I got this week.
Okay, so for me, I finally got my Jada Toys Street Fighter from the new wave. So first up is Dawson.
Nice.
So pretty cool looking figure. I like how he has like these actual earrings here too. They're actually kind of like.
Is that metal?
Do they jingle?
Yeah.
Dope.
Yeah.
Oh, they jingle. Oh,
yeah.
Nice. That's a nice touch. I would have thought they would have sculpted it on or something.
Yeah. No. Yeah, they actually, they can they can move around and stuff. So that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
He comes with
yeah. Please show us the arms.
Another head too. Yeah, just a little serious head.
Yeah.
And then the arms. Yeah, the limbs. So he's got two legs, and they actually bend.
That's sick.
Oh, what material is it made out of?
I don't. It's not really too. It's rubbery, but it's not too. It doesn't feel like it could really break. It feels like maybe just here at these joints here. I think this is where it can really bend, and then nowhere really else. I don't think.
So it's not a wire. It's not a wire running through it, is it?
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't feel like that. But really, really good. Good articulation. Nice. Yeah. And then same with the
let me see the arms. Yeah, bend it.
Yeah, that's it. Bend it.
Yeah, so you can't get it to like come.
That's about as far. Like I said, I think there's certain joints where it can actually bend. Like so, I think like right here, and then right here. So, but again, I mean, for the price point, I mean that's pretty good. I mean,
that's awesome.
You get all these. You got these extra limbs, so you can give like the little effect of him doing his thing. Like he likes to stretch his limbs out and give And that used to always annoy me because my friend used to, he used to always do Dawson. Of course, he would do like the double arm thing and be way on the other side of the screen. I'm trying to jump and get him. And he would just like do some like some long arm or long leg
Yeah.
type trick. I'm like, come on, man, that's cheap.
Dualism and Blanca were my two go-tos because I sucked at fighting games.
Well, and Blanca's the same one because I mean, if you try and jump and land, if you try and jump, they would just do like the zzz, and they're just like, oh, stop doing that.
Spam Kings.
So yeah, and then the next one is Bison.
Oh, nice. Oh, it comes with a cloth cape too. That's dope.
Yep. I mean, it's got wire in it too. So,
and was that one like what I guess you'd call a deluxe of that line, or was
no,
it the same
same price?
Wow, dude, he's so much bigger than the other ones. That's cool.
Yeah, I could tell Killzone was gonna come in with that. He should buy a Storm collectible. Man, for me, it was more or less who got to Vega first, because Storm collectibles, I don't think they still have come out with the Vega, and the fact that they've already. I mean, I can't wait on that, man. I already seen Storm collectibles Vega, and the fact is, for the price point, I mean, $24.99. Yeah. I mean, you can't beat that. And then again, with the accessories, I mean, Bison doesn't come with too much. He comes with like his little, power fist effect. And then he comes with his little, grinning face, a little mad face, and then some hands. And then actually these pauldrons, these shoulder pads, you can actually, so you can take off the cape feature and then put these on. So
nice.
He can do like a, because he takes it off, before he fights all, in the game. So you can kind of give that effect. But yeah, I mean, I've always loved the look of him though, man. He always looks so freaking, I hate saying it, but he looks like somebody from like, World WW2. And it's just like, not that I'm promoting that, but he just gives that militaristic.
Was he supposed to be? Was that his influence?
No, I think it's just trying to go, it's just playing on those, just like Cobra Commander, and those kind of characters, they kind of just play off those tropes of military leaders and how they look and stuff. But I like the hat. I always liked his hat and his look and stuff. But again, this is what I feel like again, with Street Fighter, I've always felt more of a kinship to them because I feel like they're kind of G.I. Joe adjacent, kind of like distant cousins.
Sure.
Like this guy, I could definitely see him hanging out with Cobra Commander or doing deals with them. Whereas Mortal Kombat was more, I mean, it was a lot more fantasy, I guess, or a little bit more mythical, kind of in that kind of realm, which is fine. I like Mortal Kombat too, but I just like the fact that with Street Fighter, you had your kind of like your bad guys and then your good guys, kind of, Guile being almost like a G.I. Joe, kind of like a Duke, and Ryu being like Quick Kick. I mean, you kind of had like a little bit of a connection with those. So
definitely a crossover for sure.
There you go. He's more of a late 60s military dictator in South America or Central Asia. Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah.
That's about right.
Chewie's in it.
What was his powers again? Was it magnetism? No. What was it?
Didn't he do that like forward thing?
Yeah, well, I know he would do like a kick thing like that. I know he would do that.
They made it seem like he had
Well, that was the movie though, man. I mean, I always tell people if G.I. Joe came out with a movie back in the 90s, they did. It's called Street Fighter. That's what that was. But no, he did. I guess he did have some. I'm trying to remember. He did have some magnetism power or some electrical powers, but I know he had the whole thing where he would like go like he could actually like go at them like that. And but Blanca being the one I remember, he had the electricity. So, but no, I mean I'm going all in on the line. I just I think for the price point, I think I can't beat that compared to again Storm collectibles, great. I have a few from Mortal Kombat, but it just for the price point, I'd rather spend my money on Mezcos, I guess. KT, I can save the money I save on these two and in Jada toys, then I can go ahead and get some Mezcos.
Yeah. As far as like quality figure for the buck, I think they're giving G.I. Joe a run for their money right now. You know what I mean? Like the price point and what you're getting is really I think such a great deal. Even though I don't collect that line, I think they look great.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, definitely. Yeah, they think that, and I was kind of on the fence with them because I just wasn't, again, I didn't want to get into another line. I didn't want to go. I was like, oh man, I'm already into all these different lines, and then I'm a big Street Fighter fan, but then it's just like, I don't know. And then I saw the Vega, so I'm like, okay, I'm all in. But then when I actually got Ryu, one of the two. It was yeah, I was like, oh, these are nice. I mean, it was, and I don't know if it's because of the heat in Texas or what, but man, the pop and swap and everything, especially with Dulcim, it was so easy. I mean, especially the taking off the heads and putting them back on.
Yeah.
Even the other ones I have, I mean, it's so easy. I mean, some of my other Hasbros and other figures, I mean, trying to remove the heads, it's always a pain. I always got to heat up the joints and everything. But
Yeah.
no, not with these.
Nice.
Pretty easy.
Comic Dad Shot says, "What's up, guys? Hey, what's up, Comic? Thanks for joining."
Hey, Comic.
What's up, man? But yeah, anything else you got, or is that it?
Yep, that's all I got this week. And
Nice.
yep.
Awesome.
And then I still got to pre-order by Mythics. I'm probably gonna do that tomorrow. Actually, I might do that tonight while I'm at work.
Oh,
You know what, man? I was like, I don't know if I want to. Like, how much is the markup after that direct sale?
It's like 10, I think.
like
probably
$10 on BBTS.
Yeah.
Like 10, 15, right? Or
Like
something?
yeah, like a $35 figure will be $45.
Yeah.
I just really don't want to spend the money right now. So it's like I think I don't know. I think I'll get like 2 Blue Knights and then one of the Frost Ogre. And I think that's it. Like I don't know. I don't know. I really don't want to spend the money right now. So I'm contemplating it. Looking good, like his power want me.
Oh, his power. I'm just catching up on the chat. I guess they had a tease for Brick said, you see Bison's new look they teased last week. Honestly, I haven't gotten back into the games in a while. I think the last one I had played was like 6, I think. And that was years ago, but
Yeah.
Did you
What's up?
go ahead.
No,
go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No. So did we want to go to the new releases, meaning basically Toddy Mac for Mr. KT here.
Didn't G.I. Joe have any new releases or no?
Well, last week, I can pull them up real quick, but yeah, it's just the so they had their Yojo June live stream last week to reveal the stuff that's coming out, and the Iron Grenaders and Alpine, and there were some other ones that got pre-ordered last week, but then the actual retro figures went on pre-order today, so I can pull this up real quick. I got my order in earlier today. I think at noon they went on pre-order. So yeah, so with the retros, you get Cobra Trooper, Cobra Commander, and Stalker.
Can you zoom in by chance or no? Oh yeah, there you go.
So
that's the Trooper?
That's Stalker. He's one of the Joes. I have the classified version, so I'm probably gonna pass on. I probably will pass.
Why is he called Stalker?
Well, I mean, it's just this code name. I don't have his dossier in front of me, so I can't pull his well, that's what they used to call them in the
I don't have
on the file card. Yeah, his file card.
I guess only in military would being called a stalker be a compliment.
But no, I mean, well, a stalker. I always envision that, and again, without even reading, again, he's more, in the jungle. He's stalking his prey and stuff. He's got the camouflage on and everything. So, but I have the classified version of him, so which is a really good figure, and I think the retros they keep that classified style, but they also tone down some of the extreme elements, and they just make it more of the classic looking version of him. But again, I have the classified, I have the Super 7 version of him. I there's no really any need to get this version of him, but good looking figure. And again, if you didn't get the classified, if you weren't a fan of that, if you really want just a classic looking stalker, then yeah, this would probably be the way to go. But I think same head sculpt. I mean, pretty much the same buck. Everything's the same as the other version. I do like the fact that he did come with a silencer. I love that gun, man. I use that in all my. I mean, that's just a freaking. It reminds me of the gun from RoboCop.
And it comes off too, and it's got a little pouch for the silencer. I love that. I love.
Yeah. The little the silencer comes off, and then you can right here. It's got the little thing where you just put it in. So I'm glad they kept that with them.
DMC, thanks for coming, man. Thanks for joining.
Hey, Mr. Wonderful. Mr. Wonderful's in the house. What's up, Travis?
So is that Cobra Commander?
Yes, this is the Commander. So not the Mickey Mouse version that they that came with the Hiss tank. Mickey Mouse being that the Cobra logo looked like the like actual like a Mickey Mouse you know, head, and you get vac metal faceplate, so that's pretty cool. But
you get different faceplates. I'm sorry.
No, vac metal. So it's vac metal. So it's a vac metal faceplate. So an actual like reflective metal that they put on it, not just like a gray, not like gray plastic, but actual like metal looking.
Nice.
So what do you think if they did that with Destro? Do you think that'd be cool if they did the chrome with Destro?
I don't know. I'm actually kind of worried. I mean, I think with him it'd be fine, but with Destro, man, you'll get all kinds of like
for photography.
Yeah, for photography, you'll get all kinds. I think ultimately, yeah, it would be cool looking, but for photography, I think you would get all kinds of reflections and whatnot. There's a couple of figures that have metal heads or have metal parts of them. It's just like I can just thankfully with AI now you can go in there and kind of remove some of those reflections, but it can be a pain having to clean that up. But no, I definitely picking this guy up. They actually had a side by side with him and the Hiss tank version. And the main thing that, I mean, obviously the Mickey Mouse logo for the Cobra logo is one thing, but then also the little stripe on his helmet, he doesn't have it with the Hiss tank version. So this is all, to me, I think this version is a little bit better. But again, if you got the Hiss tank version and you paint that much for it, then you may not want to, spend the money on this one. But that's the Cobra Trooper, and I bought two. So I picked up two of these guys just because you need at least two. So
how much are these guys?
All three of them are like $24.99. So not bad. I think ultimately with Hasbro Pulse,
each, right?
Yeah. $24.99 each, separately. But yeah, I got two of these. I have, and I don't think I even have any troopers. I think I have Cobra officers and a bunch of a whole bunch of Viper or Cobra Vipers. So yeah, not a whole lot of troopers. So, but yeah, that was what Joe offered. Let's see what Mr. Toddy Mac has coming. Oh snap! He has got Batman Forever. Did you cop this? Actually, that's not even that. Is that? See, did they even get that right? Because it's like black. It's supposed to be like a light blue. I thought.
What?
The suit?
No, it's not. It is. It was never blue. What are you talking about?
Oh gosh, man.
You might be thinking of a different Batman.
Here we go.
George Clooney Batman, I think, is blue. No, I'm being real. I think I didn't remember Val Kilmer's Batman being blue.
Here we go.
That's blue. There you go. That looks
well, it's like an ice blue, but yeah, I mean it's got a definitely sheen to it.
Wait, going to the bottom picks. You only stay with the top picks. Also, it's a McFarlane, right? Or is that a hot toy?
I mean, it's still got.
That's a
it's a hot toy, yeah.
It doesn't look blue in the hot toy.
It still kind of does.
It's just like a light black, I think. You know what I mean? It's like a glossy black.
I just remember like in the scenes with him when he showed up, and I was like, oh dang, he's got like a. I liked it though. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I did like the suit because it was different. But again, it was kind of it had like a really like that when he was in the Batcave,
like
it
a
really
silver-ish,
silverish. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I feel you. Okay.
And I was like, oh man, that's a pretty clean suit.
Go back to the figure.
Yep,
this is black.
Yeah, it's kind of a blackish.
Yeah. Are there any different lighting? Maybe it's just the lighting.
That's the only promo pick, right? Or no?
Oh, no, it's
some
like
gloss.
Some
A
gloss.
little bit of gloss, yeah. A little bit of gloss, but it ain't silver though, man. Oh, back in the Instagram chat, Creed Afflict said I bought the tank just for Cobra Commander. I think a lot of people did too. So that's
do people feel do they feel pissed now that they
I don't know. I mean, Creed Afflicts, man, are you kind of bummed out by that they came out with a retro? But I think everybody kind of pretty much knew probably. That's why I didn't feel too bad that I missed out on the tank because I wanted that Cobra Commander, but it's like they gotta come out with a retro version of that. They have to. They wouldn't be that would be stupid. But I mean, I know you don't collect movie figs, KT, although you really should because these things look pretty nice. And it's got the soft goods cape.
But it's not wired.
That's plastic.
That's not plastic. No,
No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
No.
No. I give Chris a hard time, man, because every time I bring up, man, is that a soft goods cape? He's like, nope.
With McFarlane, my default is no, but I guess
McFarlane is glowing up. They're getting using cloth capes now.
Yeah, dude.
But I do, and actually, you know what? I actually have the collector's edition of this Val Kilmer Batman. And he does have that blue shine or that silver shine, I guess, on that version. So
okay,
I wonder why
all right, John. Yes, they missed the blue.
I'm just saying, man, it threw me off, and that's like I know my movie figs. I know my movies, man. It's like, I know my movie figs. It's like you may know more about the comic version, but the movie version, that's me, man.
So
it wasn't black.
Are you picking this up then?
No, because I already got the I have the one from that. It was the 8-pack, whatever. I got that 8-pack, man.
Oh,
with,
the 8-pack. Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah,
with all the Batmans you'll ever need. You're like,
yeah, exactly. I got all of them. So
oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, but I know Chris, you're kind of out of the Toddy Mac game and stuff. So
no,
because Chris is being lame, y'all being lame.
I've always kind of concealed my feelings about McFarlane just because I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but I can't unless they're big figures. But you guys, what you guys did convince me about that Apocalypse that came out. That is solid. I think that's a real solid figure.
Apocalypse?
Oh, you mean Dark Side?
I'm sorry, yeah, Dark Side.
Dark Side.
Yeah.
I was like,
the Dark Side with the cape. That was solid.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, I didn't get that. I need to get that one. Again, the classic versions, I mean, either if they're movie versions or classic comic book interpretations, yeah, I can be down for that. But just kind of off the wall stuff or kind of I'm fine. Like we'll see here in a little bit. Was it the Superboy, I think? But yeah, that's like, I don't need that. But this again, I don't know, man. I don't like this right here.
Why is his cape wired and Batman's cape isn't wired? I guess the Batman.
Oh yeah, I guess it is. Yeah,
the Batman is definitely a reuse of the 8-pack, and then this one is probably a brand new figure that they're like, all right, let's give him a wired cape.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what this cape looks like? This looks like the same cape from that other Robin with that. Because look at the material, John, that you were pointing out.
Oh yeah, like on the inside of it, yeah,
like that kind of like ruffle.
Yeah, right here you can see like it's got like holes a little bit in it, or some sort of like
almost like basketball shorts. Looks like.
But man, I don't know. I go back and forth. I didn't pre-order anything yet, but it's just like if I see them, I may pick them up because it's just like I was like kind of out of getting figs back in '95 when the movie came out, and then I did get the ones that came from, I guess Kenner made them, and of course they are what they are at the time. I mean, but man, this is what I wanted an action figure to look like of Robin from the movie. I was so ready for Robin to come out during that time because the first one came out, no Robin. The second one, no Robin. Now we're finally getting Robin. So
yeah,
even though he really didn't do anything, he got tricked by Two-Face and like he got trapped in like the first, his first mission and everything. So
yeah.
But I do see some little chest action here.
Bad nipples.
So like I was wondering, like when you wear these suits, do you have to match it up so your nipple it falls into the
I have no idea, man.
Yeah, or does Batman tell you like, look, we cut out some grooves for your nipples to make sure you're aerodynamic, or what? Like what is the
I mean, I can only imagine Dick's.
It would be cool if like it's like modded to your body, so that way when your nipples do get hard, it gets hard in the outline of the suit. That's all I ask.
I mean, I can only imagine what Dick Grayson, the movie version of Dick Grayson would have thought when he saw this. When Alfred just like, hey, got you a suit. It's like, oh okay,
exactly.
It's like,
there was always that scene too, in like all four of those early ones where it was like the suit up scene where it'd be all these close ups, blah blah blah, and then it'd always be like bat nipples, and then like something else.
Yeah. I mean, it's like it is what it is with those films, man, in those scenes. Because I mean, when they did it in the when they had the suit up scene at the end and all that stuff, and they showed his his back and everything, I'm kind of like, huh. I kind of just like, that's kind of funny.
Yeah.
And then they double down in Batman and Robin. It's like, okay, okay, now you guys are kind of going a little overboard. But I mean, they Batgirl shows up, so it's like they were they did it from both sides, male and female. So they that's okay. Okay, I got you. I got you.
Equal
But
opportunity.
yeah, there you go. Equal opportunities. Yep, definitely. But yeah, I mean, all right looking figure. Again, I've always and with the suit itself. Again, not a critique on the figure, but just the costume, just the fact that I mean, I get it with the actual original Robin suit. Why you have these these notches here? Like that's supposed to be like I guess for his I don't know if it was actually like a rope or something that he ties on his, it was the actual shirt back then, right? It was like an actual like costume. He had these on here, but there's no point in having these on a molded suit. I mean, it's kind of like
Yeah.
I remember seeing it in the film. I was kind of like, yeah, there's no point in having that. It's kind of like it's just like it's paying homage to the to the original costume, but
For
yeah,
aesthetics.
just aesthetics. Yeah, that way you can recognize it's Robin, but and then I mean that's a pretty good Riddler.
That's spot on. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty good.
I mean, you got to get this one, KT. I mean,
I wish, man, but nah, I can't afford it.
they can't afford. Come on, man.
I
Don't
can't
be
afford
like,
it. It's gonna be my new model going into the rest of 2024. I can't afford it. Can't afford
okay,
it.
well, we'll see what he does at Legion's Con, huh, Chris, man.
It's gonna
He's
be.
gonna
I can't afford it.
he's gonna see that 2-pack. He's gonna be like, oh, man, the hell with
What's
that, man. Here's my
2-pack?
credit card. The exclusives, man.
Oh, the exclusive. Yeah, man. But anyways, yeah, this figure I like it, man. I think it's spot on for the character. Does it come on alternate hands by chance or no?
Doesn't. Well, let me see. So that's a grabby
There's-
hand and a open hand. You can't see it there. And
He kind
then
of looks.
yeah, I think it might just be it's one set of hands.
Naughty.
But
Okay, I like it.
yep, not a bad looking figure. What
I
are
would
your
love
thoughts,
to
Chris?
see. It would be so awesome if Jim Carrey. Well, he's too old now. Sorry, he's too old now. But like during the even during the Nolan trilogy, I feel like if they got him like back to like kind of do it, redo another Riddler,
Oh,
but like
geez.
but under Nolan's directing, I feel like it would have been awesome. You know what I mean? It would have been like serious and like crazy. Is it just me or does the head look small for the body?
I agree. I think the head looks goofy as hell, bro.
It's Jim Carrey though. Jim Carrey looks goofy.
And the arms look weird. Well, that's because I mean, when you get double joints, you get Toddy Mac double joints, man. That's what
He's
get
wearing
right
one
here.
piece. All right, you leave him alone.
I think he did a good job with the one piece though. Like I think, like
Yeah,
anatomically, but again, just those faces, dude.
That's Jim Carrey's face. We want.
yeah. It's
He
funny
made
he
good
didn't
faces.
put yeah. That's why I noticed he didn't put question marks on the inside of his arms, but they're they're on the outside.
Mm.
I think that's what was throwing me off with this picture. I'm like, oh, it's kind of like because he got them all over the place, but then not right there.
Yeah.
But as like I said, that's Jim Carrey. That's his Riddler. So, and again, I always wondered they never really explained that because in the movie, he's got the orange hair and everything and spiked up, but then when he's out of the Riddler costume, he looks like Bruce Wayne. He's trying to look like Bruce Wayne. He's got like kind of his hair combed over to the side. It's brown.
Mm-hmm.
So I always wonder like about like so which one's the wig? Is it the orange hair or is it the his brown hair? It's like. But then before, and I imagine it was always the brown hair was the wig because he has kind of orangish hair, when he's kind of working at Wayne Enterprises, and he's kind of like trying to.
No, he had long brown hair.
It was brown. I thought it was. I thought it was kind of
brown. So if anything, the orange hair is the wig, and that makes more sense. He just has to put it, get it braided.
Yeah.
Get a lace front.
He looks like Kid and Play from the
Kid and Play. Yeah, there you go, the high top.
And then you have the worst Two-Face ever.
Yeah,
he
did not want to be there.
Well, it was a paycheck, so I mean, what are you gonna do? Let me see here. Let me try and get to the. I mean, it's a head sculpt. I mean, it's
a head sculpt.
I mean, Tommy Lee Jones. It just he was just too wacky, just too wacky.
I can't.
And
Yeah,
then
just looking at this picture is making me. Bringing me back bad memories of this guy.
I like the little coin effect there.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm
But
surprised he wasn't on drugs when he did that that role.
I mean, they probably just told him like, just be big, just be big. That's probably what all they told him. You know, just keep getting big, just do big, just do more bigger and more outrageous each take. Just just keep going bigger.
But
But
dude, when you're acting next to Jim Carrey, you can't outrageous.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it
well,
would
no,
have been cool if
we
they
saw
balanced
what
it.
happened
One
though.
of
That's
you
the
guys
thing.
be scary or something.
Yeah, and we saw that though. I mean, we saw I think Tommy Lee Jones trying to be outdo Jim Carrey. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
but I don't know. I just
So
I had
different
this.
hands, or
Go ahead.
different hands, or is it? Can we see?
Let's
Of
see. So
course.
that's
Yes.
a fist, and then that's I imagine that coin is attached to his hand on this one. You can't see there,
No hands
and
there.
then
Okay.
Yes. Look at that. Look at that clothes. Like I said. Mm.
Mhm.
so it's got a little one
Todd
here.
always delivers. Oh, you get a bat?
Oh,
How do you guys
So,
feel about that? Yeah.
oh,
how big is
yeah.
that bat?
That's the build a wave, huh?
Oh, is it
I didn't,
build away?
That's the
Really?
build a figure. Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, the bat is the bath.
That's kind of cool. I mean, it's cool for like decoration, not for
Yeah.
like not for like taking
And
pictures.
again, I mean, inspired by the deleted scenes and stuff like that, where he sees that bat. So, but
It's
he
cool.
saw it. I think he saw it in the final film too, as the in his vision. That's how they,
Yeah.
which is crazy that they. I mean, again, story wise, they saw the bat and they just thought, why is Bruce Wayne thinking of a bat? Oh, because he's Batman. Yeah, it's like they immediately jump to that conclusion. It's like, okay,
Really was
maybe
the only
just
one to be like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
yeah. And they're just like, maybe he's just scared of bats. Like, I mean, who knows? I mean, I wouldn't have thought he was Batman. It's just
And then the recent one, oh yeah, that one. This
that's a
one,
nice one.
I know of the character. I never actually read any comic with him in it, so he's
Mhm.
a very like random. I would equate this guy to Superman's best friend, that sailor guy, Bippo, whatever his name is. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
He's like a Popeye. He's like a Popeye ripoff.
What?
I would put him in
Icky?
Bippo. It's like Bippo or something like
Bippo.
that. Yeah, his sailor best friend. You know what I mean?
But I mean, it's a good looking figure. I mean, if he did more
Imagine
military
if he
figures,
did GI Joes.
The
yeah,
figure
that's what I'm
you
saying.
guys
Like
are
if
on?
he
Yeah.
if he did military or GI Joe, I mean, I think he could rock them.
You guys would love it. I know.
I like Sergeant Rock, and there's a lot that I like about this figure, but this isn't like, to me, this isn't the Sergeant Rock costume that I'm kind of like most familiar with. That's kind of like in my head, and I don't. While I kind of like this as something separate, like I don't know. It doesn't look like Sergeant Rock to me. I'm sure this is a comic appearance somewhere that I'm not familiar with.
Probably.
But
It's the modern look, if I'm
Yeah.
not mistaken. Yeah.
Yeah, because looking here, he's kind of like more of a
looks like he's got like a rocket on his back.
Oh yeah, he does. Mm-hmm.
oh yeah. But
Is there another picture? No, that's it, right?
no, that's just it's just the
Okay,
first shot
yeah.
of it. Did he already go on pre-order, or is it June 14th? So it's gonna be a couple of days from now. So
Yeah, he's probably
But-
not going to sell out. Let's be honest here.
probably not. I'll probably see him at Target. So
Well, you never know with Todd these days. I don't know his tactics. Lately his shit's been selling out. I don't know what to say. You know what I mean? It's something you can't say for Hasbro ever. You know what I mean?
hey, Hasbro. I mean, there's some stuff that gets sold out
Well,
from Hasbro, man.
Marvel Legends, to be specific. I'll put it that way.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
This
Connor Kent.
this is cool, but my like random question about this character. So during the reign of Batman, or the death of Batman era, like 80s, I would say, Superboy had the signature leather jacket and everything. He had the little yellow glasses or whatnot. He had that look. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I don't know if it was Rebirth. I mean, I don't know if it was New 52 launch or if it was before, but somehow they like retconned his origin from the leather jacket Superboy to what. All right, so what I think is this is Superboy from an alternate Earth, the New 52 Earth. You know what I mean? Not the prime, retro Earth of the leather jacket that Mayfex is making. This is more of like the modernized. And to be honest, they haven't. It's not like they've reverted it back to original status quo leather jacket Superboy. They've kind of kept him in New 52 version. So I don't know.
Wasn't this and I think my history from this one is just from the shows, so like Titans and Smallville. And so it didn't he come from like the DNA of Clark and Lex Luthor, I
Both
thought?
ver- bo- bo- both both
Both
origins.
okay.
Yeah, both origins. He's like, yeah, he's a clone, but
Okay.
the way the story plays out is very different. Like, this one's very influenced by Teen Titans. When they incorporated him and Young Justice, the cartoon, stuff like that. So that's like where Superboy is coming from.
Mhm.
Yeah, in the comics, he doesn't really rock out with the Titans, if I'm mistaken. Yeah, he never really. I guess he dropped after they became, from Teen Titans to Titans.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's cool. I like this. I mean, it's a cool version. It's not something I need or want, but I'm not a big Superman fan too. So yeah, but it's
Oh
dope. I
damn.
think it's dope for what it is. It definitely comes with alternate hands. So it definitely comes with at least two punching hands.
Oh wow, that's because I was watching Superman and Lois. I didn't real and I know the whole thing with their son and everything, but I think that spans
So if
big somewhere else.
Smallville has it looking like that, then that's way before New 52 then. So that's interesting. That's something I really
Yeah,
gotta look
Smallville.
into. Okay.
Yeah. Because I mean, again, this was kind of like I knew I remember the original, which was the this one here, the leather jacket from the
Yeah.
'90s, Reign of Superman,
And then
and
somehow
then
now he's like the second row to the third where he's flying.
yeah, right here.
Yeah, now he looks like that. So I mean,
Yep.
that's kind of a downgrade looks wise, in my
Oh yeah,
opinion. I don't understand
yeah,
why they made him look like just like a fanboy in a super in a Superman
yeah.
shirt.
Essentially,
Uh,
yeah. I mean, but yeah, I forgot what it was somewhere in the 2000s. Obviously after this version, but yeah,
yeah,
that's. I mean, I was like, that's Superboy. What happened to what happened to his, normal, normal look? Now he's wearing a t-shirt. Like, what the heck?
yeah.
But, yeah, I
I
mean,
think it's when Superboy died, and this is like way. I think that this is even pre Infinite Crisis. Superboy did die, and then like that's how like I don't know Superboy Prime came about or some shit. I don't know. I gotta look it up. I don't know, but yeah, it's not bad. I mean, if you're a big fan of the character, I definitely gotta get both versions.
yeah. Did they already come out with the version with the leather
Yeah,
jacket and everything? They did.
of course.
Yeah, he said, of course. Yeah.
They did, and they have done it. They have done it. You know what I mean?
Vigo said a one-piece romper.
One.
Oh yeah, for Riddler. Psh. It's like,
So any other new releases we got?
no, just what we picked up already.
Okay, cool. No, I mean like new releases that came out.
Oh, new. I
Yeah.
think that's it. I think that was at least nothing from Mesco, right? Nothing. No Dick Tracy yet,
Nah,
right? They haven't
No
announced it.
Mezco releases. NECA, I don't pay attention. You guys would know. I don't.
I don't. I
Um,
mean, I cherry picked NECA, so I don't think that's. Yeah, I think that was it that came out this week.
but yeah, we can move on to the hot topic segment. So first topic I want to discuss is Giancarlo Esposito, the guy who played Gus Fring from Breaking Bad. Um, he's now going to be playing a role, a pivotal role in Captain America: Brave New World. And supposedly he's not only going to get an appearance in that movie, but he's also gonna get his series where he gets to do. So there's speculation and uncertainty of what character he will play. So let me know your thoughts. You want me to go first?
Real quick, you said from Breaking Bad, but like I told Chris though when we started the show, I know him
Do the
from
right thing.
Do the Right Thing. Yeah, Do the
But
right
but
things.
but like we're old. Like we're old. Like I don't expect Chris to know that. You know what I mean? Like
I am older than you, KT.
no, you're not. How old are you?
35.
Are you really? I thought you were 28 the whole time.
28. Wow.
Yeah, I could have sworn you said 28. Oh shit, you're only 1 year older than me. You can relax, simmer down.
Well, technically. No, I've seen
Alright.
Do the Right Thing. We were talking about this earlier. I did not recognize him at all from Do the Right Thing, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. He's
28, man. I would have thought 25, but yeah, 28, man. You kind of
I'm
aging
only
Chris out.
15 years old.
damn, Chris is 35. That's crazy. This whole time I thought he was younger. Shit.
Surprise. Surprise, surprise.
But
But
no,
anyway,
I can go first. I mean, I think
yeah.
it's gonna be like a me and Chris were kind of talking about this earlier, and it's like he's in everything now, man. So I don't know. I mean, it could be something minor or something like if he's getting his own show, then it could be I I don't know. I mean, it's good that he's getting the work. It's just yeah, I mean,
You're tired of him.
kind of. I mean, the way you feel about Pedro Pascal, it seems like he's like
Yeah.
Giancarlo was like in everything. I mean, like The Boys and Mandalorian, and there was something else he was in. I'm like, oh crap, he's in that
Oh,
too.
The Gentleman, Guy Ritchie's Netflix show.
Yes.
He was in
Yeah.
that
Yep.
too.
Yep.
Yeah, he's
And
yeah. I'm the same way. Like I don't I don't look for him, but like yeah, he's being put in a lot of shit. I'll give him some slack. So before Breaking Bad, he was hitting really bad financial issues to the point where he was planning to commit suicide so that his kids could get his life insurance money because he was that broke.
oh wow.
So, you know, with that taking that putting that into a factor, I'm like, oh, okay, I get it, like, because now you know the reason behind the actor, why he's
Yeah.
doing that. And it's not like Nicolas Cage blowing his money on like gambling and fucking
Yeah.
smashing the wrong women. It's actually like this guy, like, he actually he needed the money, I mean, like for like legit reasons. So yeah, I'm not mad about it. It is what it is.
Oh yeah.
For you Star Wars fans and watchers, though, how did he do in the show? Did he have like a significant role, or was it like just like
Yeah.
cameo type thing?
Yeah.
He sprang in the show. No, he's pretty much the same character. I felt like in The Mandalorian. I feel like in a lot of things, he's that same sort of stern, kind of like harsh talking, no nonsense kind of dude.
Yeah, official character. Like again, the way he played in The Boys, kind of the president or like the
same guy.
The main guy, the same. He was in that kind of almost like an official VP, like a very domineering presence and kind of.
It always sounds like he has an accent, but like I've seen interviews of him as a kid when he did do the right thing, and he had no accent. So I'm like, is he just keeping up this Gus Fring?
I guess whatever. I mean, with the role, I guess if it calls for it, I guess with Mandalorian.
But that's what I'm saying. Like in The Boys, like in like I mean, like Gentlemen, just like
yeah, and those two, I think he's just that almost like the aristocratic kind of.
Okay.
I guess it's kind of like that's not really an accent, but it's just really high and mighty, and really, again, like aristocrat and kind of just being well spoken and just talking. It may come off as an accent, but it's kind of come off more of like just like a clean English speak. Whereas, yeah, Do the Right Thing, he's all like, bugging out because he's like, his Jordan's got messed up and he's like freaking out and stuff like that. Like he's like, in like the urban environment and just like, that's, I mean, yeah, I think for him, and I was telling Chris, it's always cool to kind of see that though, that progression to go from like being kind of youngish actor, he's probably in his 20s to now, getting all these roles and stuff and kind of almost being like, almost like a distinguished, gentleman actor, and those kind of roles. And like, it's cool to see that. But I will agree with that. I mean, I didn't know that story about him, but that is interesting because I think Bruce Willis is kind of like in the same boat. Before he kind of retired, he was kind of doing all these, straight to video or video on demand movies and stuff like that. Like just to kind of get a paycheck, because he knew he was going to be, having to wind things down because of his condition. So, I mean, yeah, you never know with stuff like that, like why actors are doing what they're doing. Well, it could be some other, underlying thing they're dealing with. So that's completely understandable.
Yeah. So what character do you think he's gonna play?
I mean, do I need to watch anything from, or do I need to go back and watch? You
have to
Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah, you have to watch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen it, but do I need to go back and watch it? That was like what 2 years ago, I think it came
Yeah.
out or something.
It's a great
It's
show.
like
You should watch it. Just watch it. Yeah.
nah, man, I saw it. Well, I do like I always liked U.S. Agent for some reason. I always liked. I mean, and I wanted him to
Mhm.
be kind of that again. Never really read the comics. I used to collect the trading cards for Marvel
Yeah.
a lot of times, and I remember seeing this trading card of U.S. Agent. You know, it's just like, man, who's this guy? It's like he's like he's wearing a black suit, Captain America. So I mean, him being in the show, that was really cool. But I think maybe he might be tied to that somehow, as far as like maybe being his what's her name? The lady from Seinfeld.
She's supposed. I forgot. She's supposed to be like the, whatever, the shield, the evil shield, like Nick
right.
Fury. You know what I mean?
But maybe Esposito will maybe be part of that, I guess, or maybe be her boss. Maybe I
Yeah.
don't know.
People theorize that he's going to be Bushmaster, which is a villain of Moon Knight and I think Luke
Oh
Cage.
gosh, now I gotta go back and watch Moon Knight. Now I gotta go back and watch Luke Cage on Netflix.
No, you don't have to watch Luke Cage. I mean,
No, it's just
that's one of the shows that they haven't confirmed is coming back, and the actor
yeah,
just
yeah.
seemed that enthused. So I'm like, great. You weren't even that great of an actor to begin with. I think he's doing some bullshit show called Evil. It's like, bro, no one even really watches that. Go ahead, enjoy that fucking thing. Like, he's like, oh, if my schedule opens up, as long as it doesn't interferes with Evil. I'm like, yeah, because
Hey,
that's such a hit show. Oh, God forbid.
hey, man, Chris. I mean, again, we were talking about the defenders, so like that. And I mean, the only one he had, bad things to say was Iron Fist. So you maybe,
Iron Fist and Luke Cage both sucked. Like Luke,
Yeah, yeah,
Iron
yeah.
Fist, obvious reason. Luke Cage, just like one-dimensional cardboard acting, just terrible. It just like makes him such an unlikable motherfucker.
I mean, his guest appearances or his small appearances in Jessica Jones that worked and stuff like that. But to have a whole show dedicated around, it's kind
And
of
he's like even though it's like he's in Harlem and shit like that, he has like a very conservative tone because he used to be an ex-cop, he used to be a cop. So like
yeah,
he had that vibe, throughout the two seasons of his show. But then when it got to Defenders, they had like a weird, like, where he was trying to be all like, activist lecturing Danny Rand. It's like, where's that coming from? Bro, you were a cop. Like how are you the one trying to like lecture that motherfucker? Like, you were part of the system. What are you talking about right now? But anyways, yeah, nah, I think the garbage with him, but nah, Bushmaster is going to be a new character if they do pick him. It will be cool. It'll be interesting, but I don't think he should play him because Bushmaster is supposed to be another mercenary. So I can't imagine Giancarlo, his old ass, like doing like combat and all that jazz. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
yep.
So yeah, definitely it's going to be probably a mastermind
I
type
mean,
character.
he did some combat and I mean he did some sword fights with Mandalorian. So I
Did he?
mean, yeah, yeah. He had the dark saber, so yeah, he was having to do a little bit of sword play in the show. So I mean, you never know how that works out. I mean, he could probably do it, but I would think. I mean, again, it's a sci-fi show, so you can kind of play around with that a little bit. So
Yeah. Chris, what are your thoughts?
I think it's gonna be old man Blade, right? And it's gonna open up Carlos Esposito's Blade. He's an old man. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I really have no idea. I feel like there's just so many characters, and they could pull from like those C D rate characters, somebody that we don't even know.
That's
But
what I definitely think it's gonna. That's
like
gonna
you were
happen.
saying, though, I do think it needs to be somebody who's probably a little bit more of a brain villain as opposed to like a physical kind of villain
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
Also, like it's funny. Did they say he's playing a villain, or they just said he's in a Marvel property?
They just said that he's gonna be in Captain America: Brave New Worlds.
Yeah, we're like assuming it's a bad guy, but he could be like a good
He's not
guy.
gonna be a good guy. Come on, let's be real
I
here.
mean,
Because he's always playing the bad guy. Like we
right.
went to that immediately, but maybe they're switching it up. I don't know.
Yeah, that they could possibly do that. Yeah, subvert your expectations. Yeah.
What I'm suspecting is that they're gonna give him a very, very obscure, like you said, C or D or even below villain or character. If not a really, really recent new character, because comics are always like making up the villain of the week or the month, type arcs for comics now that like I mean they more times than don't, they don't stick. They're just like because they don't like blow it out and make it this epic thing. They make it like, okay, they're plotting against each other for like 1 or 2 issues, and then by the second or third issue they're taken out, like that, like that's it. So it's like,
Mm-hmm.
I think, and it's not the first time Marvel has done that. You know what I mean? Like Echo. Echo's a very in terms of like, compared to other veteran characters, she's a very like recent character.
Mm-hmm.
I think around like 2010s is when she kind of like, they were trying to like, give her more spotlight.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, but they made that show good. I liked it. You know, I know that's a controversial topic because not everyone digged it, but I thought it was cool.
That's cool.
I still haven't seen, or I haven't finished watching it. It's only 6 episodes, right? It's like
Yeah,
it's
only
pretty
six
short.
episodes.
It's pretty
Yeah.
short, yeah.
My
No,
only
it's like
my only like criticism about the show is that, so they gave her different powers than in the comics. So they make her like channel her ancestors, and then her fists glow. So I was like, you can't have two people like her and Iron Fist that both their fists glow. So it's like, how you gonna make it distinguished and shit?
yeah,
So I hope that they do not. I mean, it's gonna Iron Fist will be introduced in Shang-Chi too. So I'm hoping with the bigger budget they'll make it a little bit more just crazy looking and badass. Instead of the Netflix, it looked like it just looked terrible. It just looked like a glowing like glass fist that he was doing around.
so
But yeah,
that actor's not coming back though, right? For Shang-Chi
I've
part
been
2.
hearing back and forth about Danny. What's his name? The guy who played Danny Rand. Finn Jones. I've been hearing a lot of
Vin
back
Jones,
and
yeah.
forth, and God, I pray that he's not coming back. I just like fuck it, redo it. Just why? Because so the only reason why that's being talked about is because Marvel's MCU said, or they got news that instead of rebooting Daredevil, they're gonna just establish the Netflix series as canon and just build up like that and just keep going off. So they hired back Karen and Foggy, like the two best friends of
Yep.
Daredevil. They got Punisher, John Berthel. I'm sure they're gonna get Rosario Dawson back. I mean, she already works for Disney doing Star
Yep.
Wars. Might as well get her to do it. So that's gonna be cool. So Punisher and Daredevil, I feel like they're gonna do like X-Men '97 treatment. They're just gonna build off of it. The rest, I think they just should hard reboot it. Even Jessica Jones, I hated her. Like she was just like this, such a just a ridiculous character in my
I
opinion.
like Jessica
Like
Jones.
I've
I
never
like
met
Jessica
any.
Jones, yeah.
I met a lot of girls of different types, and I like where they fictionize this character writing. I've never come across. Like, you know what I mean?
Wait, so is Punisher confirmed to be coming back to Disney? That's interesting. That's interesting.
So apparently the story behind Punisher, I don't know if it's in the Daredevil show or if it's in his own show, but they're gonna be building off the fact that um the real life scenario that a lot of crooked cops are using his logo, like, what I'm saying, they're like using his logo to like further their bigoted views.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
And then Punisher kind of has to be like, no, 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 I'm not for you guys. You better relax. We're over here, and then he's gonna beat some
Yeah.
ass. You know what I mean?
Well, if he's killing people over stickers, though, I mean that might be a little overkill, but I'm sure they'll build it up better.
Yeah, yeah. No, no, it's them rocking the logos and all that jazz on like
Yeah.
their bulletproof vests and shit.
Or he's in, yeah, Born Again. So I mean, set photos from it. So
Yeah,
that's gonna be cool to have
I
him
mean
back.
he's hands down the best Punisher.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, he is. But then, I mean, a close second is Dolph Lundgren, though. So
Maybe.
I mean, come on now, come on, Dolph
The
Lundgren.
dude that was in Warzone was pretty good too. I like that one. I thought that one was pretty good.
I
Oh,
never watched that
hey,
movie.
You'd like that one, dude. Check that one out, KT.
But like, isn't John
oh
Travolta
man,
in it?
no, he was in the first one with
Yeah.
the I guess the second one with Thomas Jane.
Yeah.
That was he was like, was it Howard Saint, I think.
He was in
I was
the
like, what?
first reboot, the '90s reboot.
The first one with Thomas Jane, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
They
okay.
had two
And
with
then
Thomas Jane, right? And then they had Warzone, which
Did
with
they? They had two with Thomas
no,
Jane.
no,
They had one.
no,
One with
they had
Tom.
one. They had one with Thomas Jane, but I think he did like a short film or something. But
Oh,
it was something, I don't know if it was in canon or not, but yeah, he did some sort of like in character short film. But then it was Punisher with Dolph Lundgren, and then Punisher with Thomas Jane, and then Punisher Warzone with oh crap, he just passed away too.
Ray
He was
Stevens.
in Ray Stevens, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
Okay.
no, Travolta was not in Warzone, confirmed.
Right, yeah. He was in the Thomas Jane one. I just liked it because it was just like the way he died, it was kind of anticlimactic. He pretty much just had him like dragging him from the back of his car.
Yeah.
And he blew up all his, he blew up the whole parking lot and everything. And he's like on fire, and John Travolta's like, he's all like,
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of like,
I'm gonna give both those movies a watch, because I rewatched like every CBN movie like 20 times, so I'm gonna give those a watch. But anyways, let's move on to the next hot topic. So the next hot topic I want to cover is Star Wars Acolyte. So
man.
as of last week, and I'm sure, no, actually maybe tomorrow, they'll have, but for tomorrow they'll have 3 episodes out, but there's only been 2 episodes out so far, and it Rotten Tomatoes, the audience scores has been, well, quote, review bombed, because that's what the blog sites are trying to label it as. But you have to ask, is it review bombing, or is that your marketing ploy to help boost the viewership, or excuse its whatever its shortcomings with the core fan base. So you guys the Star Wars fans. So Chris, let's go you first.
That's so funny you said that, KT, about the review bombing, for real, because it's so true. It's like if certain movies don't do well and then the viewer ratings are real poor, then it got review bombed. But if it just doesn't do well, and then like people don't like it, then some movies are like, no, it's just people didn't like it, whatever. Yeah. But the Acolyte, I think I did watch the first 2 episodes. It was tepid. I wasn't like blown away by it. I'll probably watch more. What I did like about it, I do like that it does feel a little bit like, I like that it's a little bit more about Jedis. I feel like a lot of the Mandalorian stuff, it was a little bit more about like bounty hunters, a little bit more about, smuggling, kind of that kind of stuff. And so it's cool to get back to the Jedi stuff with a TV series. I like that it's even before the Old Republic. I think it takes place before the Old Republic. And so there's like there's a lot more Jedi, there's a lot more characters. And I wish Trinity would have been in it longer. Well, spoilers, guys. Sorry. Spoilers. If you haven't watched it,
I mean, she's ugly, so I mean,
please step back.
If you're telling me she gets knocked off early, then by all means, that's good to me.
But not. I like her in action movies. I think she's really good at that. Like like the scene where I'm watching her, it reminded me of her as Trinity, and so that was real cool for me. I was like, yeah, like she's back and fighting for him. But some of the things I don't like about it is like, man, I'm so tired of the Jedis are fucking up trope. You know what I mean? That new trope of like, no, Jedis are doing it wrong. They're just like, okay, why can't we have like a really cool Jedi anymore who's like a righteous person who's like getting it right, And I'm just tired of that. Like, we got to stop the Jedi because they're like, the Jedis have become the Sith now. It's like, what?
Oh man.
I mean, the original movies, you had good versus evil, and then with the prequel trilogy, then dived into the kind of flawed political side of the Jedi, whatever council or whatever. They keep rolling with it. It is getting annoying. That's why I was like, I've said in the chat before, I'm like, it feels like they're trying, like, it started off as like this kind of like Tolkien framework, good versus white versus black, good versus evil type of like jazz. And then like in the recent years, they've been trying to like make it this more complicated Game of Thrones, like type of thing. And it's just like you can't do that with with the IP, because it's just that's not what won the fans over to begin with. Second of all, you're Disney, you're not going to be able to fully commit to that type of complicated, the boys type of like chaos theme. Like you can't PG-13 that shit away. You know what I mean? Like, gotta R-rate it up.
For sure.
But yeah, people were complaining. The guy, I don't know, the guy who kept doing interviews, he kept he kept saying he was saying something about like Luke was it Anakin blew up the Death Star and you know, etc. etc. He blew up the Death Star and like that's wrong because Luke
Oh
Cage
yeah,
did.
yeah. He got it
So
wrong. Yeah.
but he said it twice, like in 2 interviews. He said it. So people were like ripping him off, and then people were saying, you know, why are you there? And that's another reason why people I think started to like hate on it, but without watching it, because they're like, how could you hire actors that didn't they don't even know the basics? Like that's a very basic thing to know. Even I know. I don't even fucking watch Star Wars like that. You
Right.
know what I mean? So it's like, what's your excuse? You know what I mean? And then people are, you have the defenders being like, oh, actors they don't have to research their, you know, the IPs. I'm like, everyone's like, what are you talking about? Like, you know,
Mhm.
if you love something, if you're gonna really commit to something, you should do the homework on it. That's just basic advice for life. Anything you do,
For
you know what
sure.
I mean? You can't just like, you know, just start it up and rock with it. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean,
Um,
that's a
so
pretty
he's
good
getting
point.
hang on that. Let me ask you, Chris, is Daphne Keene's character, um, is she still kicking?
Daphne King, is that the girl who played X-20?
She has the alien makeup. Yeah,
Yeah.
X-23.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the young girl. Is she kicking? What do you mean? Is
Like,
she
is
badass?
she still alive?
It's
Or
still
that too?
alive.
That too.
Yeah, yeah, she's why was she in something before this?
No, I'm asking. Like, is she like a main character, or is she just kind of like a side like cameo?
She's part of that main kind of ensemble of like 5 or so characters that are kind of kicking around together right
Okay.
now. Yeah, yeah, so she's like a main character. Again, I don't not if you haven't seen it, you know, maybe step away for a couple minutes, come back. But I was just surprised that Trinity was only in it for like 15 minutes or something, less than that, maybe.
Oh wow.
So, what are the new lightsabers? I know there's like a lightsaber whip now, and then there's something else, right? The bad girl, the girl with the mask. What does she use?
I don't know if we've seen the whip yet.
Oh, okay.
We
Someone
s-
said it.
we did see there was a scene with a no, never mind. I'm confusing Furiosa in the first episode. Never mind.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, as far as I remember, I don't remember seeing a whip in that one. There might have been, and I just was kind of like zoning out or whatever in that moment.
Hmm.
But we haven't seen a lot of Sith weapons because right now the character who is kind of like a Sith apprentice, they're using shurikens. Like they've got all these like shuriken
Wait,
knives,
wait,
Mm.
laser shurikens or just regular shurikens?
just regular shurikens,
Regular?
Ah, that's
just
lame.
regular
Lame.
shurikens.
That's lame.
I know, I know. And then so she's kind of the apprentice to kind of like a big bad that we've kind of seen in silhouette, but we haven't seen them do anything yet. You know, it's kind of like we've just seen them. There hasn't
Yeah.
been anything kind of crazy.
And let's address Dre the sorry, it cuts off. Dre the collect. I'm sure it's Dre the collector. Um, he's saying that the level of complications exist in novels and comics. That is true. However, the movies have yet to integrate the lore from the books, the fan fiction books and comics, into the actual movie universe. So that's that's that. Which is what interests many fans. Okay, Soul's actor, who's Soul? Soul's the Asian guy. I don't know.
Is that him? Or
Who's
which one's
Soul?
Soul?
Chris. Who's Soul?
Soul's actor did homework like Ewan McGregor. I don't know who's maybe the guy with the hair. I know like one of
Oh,
the
Yeah,
it is. It is. Yeah,
he
it's
said
the
he's impressed. Yeah, that's true. I didn't know that till like yesterday. Yeah, that's true. He did learn how to speak English in a short time, and
wow, that's pretty
I would
cool.
have never guessed. I thought he was like British or some shit. You know what I mean? Shuriken and
Yeah.
stars. You mean kunai throwing knives? Yeah, right, Chris. That's what you
yeah,
mean.
Unai.
Yeah, yeah. But not even. I'm waiting to the day. I know it's gonna happen. This is gonna be like one day where there's gonna be like fuck it, whatever. Laser nunchucks. I don't know how it's gonna be operationable, but I just want this to go down. And I will
Oh
fully if
man.
that happens, I will consider becoming a Star Wars fan. If I see someone come out with like a Bruce Lee style like nunchuck laser fight, let's do it. I'm down.
So that's what we're gonna need. We're gonna need some to get KT on. We're gonna have to get some lightsaber nunchucks. So
How would you do it though?
we're
How would the operating go? You know what I'm
gonna.
saying?
I have no idea.
And like
I mean,
so like laser whips, I guess like that's fine, I guess, right? Because when you whip with a regular whip, you don't touch it, right? It doesn't touch you.
I mean, you can if you're not careful. So yeah, you have to kind of be a master at that in order
Yeah.
to master the whip.
Hmm. But yeah, for the Sith, yeah, and to your credit, Dre, the collector, or I don't know, the dot dot dot, the I was looking up, like I was one day just like randomly researching, and they have a lot more complicated, like you said, more like kind of like morally, conflicted Sith lords. There's one that's like he's not even bad, like he's like kind of good. You know what I mean? I forgot his name, but he's part of the book lore. But I thought it'd be cool if they brought him to the real screen, along with getting a proper Darth Maul outing. You know what I mean? It's such a
Yeah.
shame that they replace Darth Maul with Darth Vader in Obi-Wan's series. That's so stupid to me. They really just wanted to like make money off the nostalgia type jazz. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I
Also,
enjoyed Obi-Wan. It was
to Dre's point, a lot of that New Jedi Order, like the New Jedi Order series, the post what we saw in Star Wars, like the older ones, a lot of that stuff was really good. But I mean, I feel like there's so many books, there's so much that they could kind of explore in
yeah.
so much time. And with the movies, what is it, like 2 hours? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I just, if you have all this great content, like why focus on the stuff that they focus on?
Yeah. Wait, so there's the Sith, the Jedi, the Gray. I'm assuming the Gray isn't a movie term yet, right, Chris?
No, that was from New Jedi Order.
Yeah.
New Jedi
Because,
Order.
I mean, the only thing I know is that in Ahsoka, I always pronounce this wrong. Ahsoka, that they introduce Force users that are not like, they could just use the Force, but not like full-fledged
Right.
Sith or Jedi.
Yeah.
So, like, how does that work? Like, is it like you're just a regular Joe going to like your 9 to 5, and all just for shits and giggles, you can make the cup like move left and right. You know what I mean?
You're like a magician.
See, he says the Gray are super interesting because they walk both sides. Yeah, that'd be
By
kind
that
of a
logic,
cool.
wouldn't Mace Windu be a gray since he has the purple lightsaber, which by book lore it signifies he has masters the dark and evil. I mean, dark and good, whatever
Is
it's
that what
called.
the book says? I never read a lot of
That's
the.
yeah. They created like actual
Yeah, yeah.
lore. In reality, it was just George Lucas was on set, and Sam Jackson's like, I want a purple one. He's like, all right, maybe like. So it wasn't like any like real planned
Right,
like
right. He just yeah.
writing.
He just wanted the purple one. Like I like purple. Give me purple. And he said Balin was a gray. Okay, yeah, I think I do. I think I do remember that. I just with the lore, I just man with Star Wars, I just get so I was heavy into it growing up, and then now it's just like I just can't. I can't keep up with it. I mean, that's my age, catching up with me because I can't. There's just too much media, too much, kind of out there. I don't know. I haven't even seen the Acolyte yet. If he had told me it came out this week, I wouldn't have even known because I didn't. I had no idea. I just didn't have really any interest. It was one of those things where it's like I'll probably catch it eventually, but I mean, I'm more of a simple like Mandalorian was a simple story, and now they're incorporating some of the lore aspects and some of the stuff from like the previous Clone Wars and some of the other shows, stuff like that. It's like, oh man, it's like I don't want to have to like go and do research to enjoy this show. I want to just be able to just watch it, and be fed the information as it's coming, but not have to go back and research and deep dive or go to Wikipedia and find out what this means and that means. It just I don't know. To me, it was like a lot simpler back in the day.
Overwhelming. I get it.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah.
It feels
definitely.
like to a lot of the contemporary Star Wars media too, it's like they're using it as this stopgap from wherever point that we're kind of at to kind of explain Palpatine's return. Like, have you noticed that all the newer Star Wars things, it always ends up they're talking about cloning or they're talking
Stop
about
bringing it back.
What?
Stop bringing it back.
Yeah,
Palpatine died, right? He died. All right,
well,
leave him there.
it's like when people first watched what was The Last Jedi, right? That was the last of the newer ones. There was
Rise of Skywalker.
Rise of Skywalker. I'm sorry. Yeah. Everybody was kind of like, what? Palpatine's back? That's weird. And then so it's like now they've used all the TV shows to kind of like, oh, see, it wasn't that weird. We were building up to it. We just hadn't shown anybody.
If that's what they're doing, man, I just like
dude, think about The Mandalorian. Think about how the last season
No.
They're talking about cloning. They're talking about all that stuff.
Yep. I can see that, but it's like, I mean, I thought just for the Mandalorian, but they're trying to encompass the the rest of their series and trying to get make that make sense. you know, as bad as it was.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like, oh man, like you're kind of you could really, you know, hamstring the creators to like, okay, you have to make sure this is the line, this is the end goal we're trying to get to,
So
right?
Yeah.
Is
so
the sequel trilogy.
so to cap off this week's episode, let's go around and say what type or what color lightsaber would you have if you were a part of the Star Wars universe. So Chris, you go.
Shit, the hard assing,
Not
hard,
Dre.
hard
Wait, one second.
hitting questions.
Dre, you're good. You're giving us great
Yeah, yeah.
information.
Yeah,
We're
you're
just
fine.
not. We're not that in depth of Star Wars
I know, yeah.
Star Wars, you know, like knowledgeable fans. That's why we're just like, oh, okay, oh, word. Yeah, I'm like, I
Totally.
didn't know that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
so yeah,
Yeah,
we
you're
appreciate
good,
all
man.
this information you're dropping here, man. I appreciate it, bro. But yeah, Chris, go.
God, that's a really hard question, dude. I'm just like I'm looking around. Like my immediate thing would want to be red, but I feel like red's just kind of generic. So I'm gonna have
But
to.
you could get Count Dooku's phallic, you know,
Yeah,
like,
the geriatric lightsaber.
well, I really just Dre. Actually, if you know why does Count Dooku have like a limp dicked lightsaber?
That's
Like,
the real question.
Yeah.
I don't know why. You know what I mean? But yeah, Chris. So what would you say? What would you
Orange.
say about
I'm
that?
gonna go with the orange lightsaber, dude.
What
Don't
is
get fucked
is orange a
up.
real thing? Or you can get an orange lightsaber?
No,
so.
I thought this is dream thing.
No, this is actual.
Okay.
Like what kind of
Oh.
existing lightsaber would you get?
Oh well, they have. Are we including the games, like Old Republic and all that stuff?
Let's just stick to the movies because then you
The
can get the
movies?
game
Oh,
of both.
okay,
It gets
okay.
complicated. Yeah, just movies.
And is purple off limits?
Did Balin
Well, that's a
have
movie.
orange?
Movie
Okay,
lightsaber?
purple.
Yeah.
Of course. Me and
So you were
Mace.
purple. All right, yeah, purple. Okay. And John, what would you get?
Oh, green. I mean, that's just automatic
Green?
right there. That's just green. I mean,
So what I would want is I want a blue lightsaber, but I want a double lightsaber, like Darth Maul, blue lightsaber. Boom. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's unique.
That's cool.
Hire me, Lucasfilms. I got you. or in the fantasy version, fuck it, give me the lightsaber nunchucks. I'll fucking Bruce Lee that shit up. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's got to be dangerous.
It was built off a rapier, a weapon from medieval times. Okay, thank you, man.
oh,
Appreciate
okay.
it. All right, I just thought he was old, so he needed something with a gentle grip.
I need a handle on my lightsaber.
And like he had a cool Darth like Sith name. It was like Darth Tyrannus, and he's like, no, fuck that. You call me Count Dooku. It's just like, no, can we go back to the other name?
Dooku, low key, in my opinion, is one of the most interesting characters, dude, because he's telling everybody, hey, right, he's kind of warning everybody a little bit about like this stuff's going to be happening, even though he is technically working for Sidious, kind of like he is trying to warn people, like, hey, there's some stuff going on, you know what I mean? But Dooku was an interesting character. Yeah. But his name is stupid. Yeah, Dooku.
Yeah, my favorite Sith character has to be Darth Maul for obvious reasons.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, definitely, man. I mean,
that was Go ahead, John.
No, I was going to just say he was all over the marketing, man. That was the thing. He was all over the marketing for the first film, and then he ends up dying in the first
15 minutes. Ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, not 15 minutes, like towards the end, but he had total of 15 minutes of screen time, but then like towards the I mean, he died at the end, but still, I mean, he didn't really. You thought he was going to be like this Darth Vader equivalent, and then it's like he's just some goon, and then he gets taken out. Like, I mean,
killed him off way too fast.
So terrible. Okay. Yeah, it's a crime.
But I love that somebody wrote this on the internet, but it's like Darth Maul doesn't know that Anakin is an apprentice. He just sees a little boy in the desert and goes to run his ass over. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't know anything about Anakin, but he's still like, I'm gonna get this little kid, which is so funny.
Yeah, man. John, who's your favorite Sith character?
I mean, it would probably be Darth Maul again.
Grievous? No, Grievous?
No.
I think Dre, Grievous was cool. He was a cool like concept of a character, but the way they displayed him and executed it, it just like you know what I mean? He was like wheezing. My man was like me. He had like an asthma attack.
But they do explain again. I think he was fine in the animated, I guess, Clone Wars movie. That that was the gap between Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith. But then he got injured, and that's why he's all wheezing and everything. And Revenge of the Sith.
And then he gets
But
killed off easily too. He gets
yeah,
killed off like
exactly.
1, 2, 3. It's like, what the fuck?
I will say though, Obi-Wan using a blaster to kill him, that was kind of cool though, because I mean that's like really
Isn't
the
that cheating?
one
That's not cheating
the
according to Jedi.
But he
well
makes
that's
a comment.
he
It's
says
like
that
an
though. He's like
uncivilized
so
weapon or something like
yeah,
that.
he's like so uncivilized and he kind of just
Yeah,
tosses it. So
Oh,
but yeah,
okay.
but Dre, I do know, yeah, he didn't die, but I'm just speaking from like 1999, perspective, sitting there and like, oh man, getting all geared up.
yeah,
And this, I can't wait to see this bad guy. Darth Maul, he's gonna be so cool. And then like he dies, and you're just sitting there going, "What?"
yeah.
So, and I in my mind, I thought I was retconning or doing my own fan fiction. And thankfully, I
You
did
know
see
what?
some. I did see some of those episodes where they brought him back. So, but
I
yeah,
think Disney doesn't want to use him is because like he has like devil demon esque looks, and Disney's like mad strict and shit. I
Yeah.
think that's the reason. I
They
could be
used
wrong.
him in Solo for a second.
yeah,
Yeah,
he
like
was.
like a
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
like 2
yeah, yeah.
seconds, and then it lets nowhere because they gave up on that movie
Dude,
franchise.
and
Yeah.
that's the not Solo wasn't a good movie, but just that aspect, which was also in the comics where Darth Maul is running like a crime syndicate, the
Right.
Red something. That'd be
Mhm.
cool. I'd love to see that explored, like over clone stuff.
Exactly. Yeah, for sure. So on that note, we'll end this week's episode of Geeked Out Live. Thank you guys for everyone who joined tonight. We appreciate it, and we'll see you guys again next Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So be safe and take care.
Take it easy.
Peace.
Bye.